All right, I don't know. Look in the group and see if it's in there.
I think so. Just trying to
Take,
figure out with the new camera what to do. It should work now. Did
I think
you
sometimes
check
it
in the
takes
group?
for it to buffer. Oh, there it is. All right. All right, guys. I don't think I don't think anybody's in here yet. Watch it be zero the whole time. There's one.
Yeah, we just have a conversation. I tell you the news and you tell me your news and
Yeah.
keep it
Hey,
like that.
so the people jumping on, make sure to go right above this in StreamYard, right above. If you're on the phone, it's just above. It's in blue. And what the heck did I just do? Anyway, and give StreamYard permission to use the name that you have on your profile. So when you post comments, it doesn't just say Facebook user like
Yeah.
this. So good day, but we don't know who you are because you got to give Face or StreamYard permission.
Did you just work dogs or what is that you're wearing?
Man, yeah. How do I think my battery's going dead on my stupid thing here. Yeah, I've been working. Well, you see that list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 boarding trains, 14 boarding trains, 13, plus my two dogs, three dogs, four dogs
Oof.
really, but only two of them are with me. Oh, man, it's sun up really before the sun's up to I'll be here late every day.
So how
Yeah,
far is it from there to you where you live?
about 40 minutes.
Oof. It's also a very long way to drive every day.
Yeah, I don't mind the drive because when I'm coming in, everybody's asleep, and when I go home, everybody's asleep.
Why don't you sleep there, huh? Right next to your dogs.
I know, right? So it ain't too bad, but it's got to change. But I'm jacking up my prices this year, so by the end of this year, I'll be the most expensive person within 400 miles.
12 boarding trains at 4,500 each. It's a lot of money.
That's not what these are, but that's what they're going to be. So the people that got in already, they were lucky. I ain't doing that cheap
So
stuff
how
no more.
long are you boarding trains? 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
4 weeks. Yeah.
It's just the basic obedience stuff, I guess. Huh? Just sit down, come, leash walking,
Yeah. Sit
pray
down,
for
stay, place, leave it, door manners, people manners, food manners, leash skills.
And I mean, leash skills, very important topic. Also, walking on a leash and
Yeah.
basic stuff, very important stuff that a lot of people either
Yeah.
they don't know how to do it or they just don't want to do it by themselves. I don't know.
I have two dogs right now from the Hulk, the pit bull.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I have two of his offspring right now.
Nice.
They're huge.
Where's that new logo hoodie? Can you
Storm.
can you? Oh, I can't mark the comment.
Do what?
The
Oh,
last comment about the logo hoodie.
I
So
didn't
this
even.
is this is actually an old one, but I haven't seen somebody producing a new one, so I'm just kind of like that one. I mean, the bad thing about that one is it's white and it gets dirty very quick, so pain in the ass sometimes. Who
Yeah,
cares?
somebody said because you said this. That's what somebody said, and that's an I wish statement right there. My boarding trains are not $4,500, but they will be in a few months. Maybe not
Yeah.
quite that much, but they'll be up there. But even
Wow.
I mean, overhead for me is kind of up pretty steep right now too. So
All right, what you think? Should we start?
Yeah, there's 27. We're 5 minutes in. I guess we could. Yeah.
Yeah.
So George said he'd send you one. I wear
Oh, that's
large,
good.
Joris. I've been not eating so much bread, so large ought to work.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us for the first mini podcast episode of On Cue. And yeah, we just want to wish you everyone happy new year. Hope you enjoyed the time off maybe with your family. And we just worked a little bit in the dark, and we just want to let you know what we have planned or what's planned for the upcoming year 2024. And yeah, we have some news, and I think Mike, you can really start with that.
Yeah. So we'll get through this pretty quick. That way we can just BS along the way, I guess. So I'll just pop this up here. What's in store for 2024, right? So we're pretty excited. We have something we've been working on for, I have like a glare. Is there a glare?
A little bit, yeah.
It's weird. Oh, well. Anyway, we've been working on something for quite a while, and it's just kind of come to fruition first of the year. So we thought it was going to take a little bit longer, but let's just jump into it. So everybody is obviously familiar with On Cue discussions in modern dog training, the group, because that's where you're at right now, right? So we're starting some new groups. It's going to be a series of groups, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, so we'll just jump in here. So this is, of course, it's going to be a private group, and it will be a paid group, and we'll announce how much on Friday. But instead of our webinars that we've been doing where, you know, they're up for 7 days and people pay money and they kind of get it. And if you miss it, you miss it. And if you don't, you don't, because it gets deleted after 7 days. Then this kind of solves that problem, right? So On Cue, modern dog training, right? This is the theory version, step by step. So I'll just keep going. Who's it for? So, or what's it for, really? So, if you just want to up your understanding, or you want to prep for the new silver school or the new gold school prep, you know, or you just want to be a better trainer, right? So, knowledge is knowledge, and the more you know, the more you understand, the better off you are. So, all right, this is what it looks like when you log in. This is what you'll see. Of course, it's just the header up here, and then you'll click on I don't know if you can see it, but right here there's a guides tab. And if you click on that guides tab, what you'll see is in this section, which is the main section on your page, you'll see a video that you can kind of scroll through. But so there's guides, and these are like sections. So for example, right here you see guide number 4, which is reward systems. And so there's different lessons in each section. So, you know, what is reinforcement, marker systems, dopamine jackpot, predictable versus unpredictable, direct versus indirect, click release versus room service. So, and these are just videos that go in detail into the theory, what to do, or kind of why we do it, the science behind it. And then over here, you can just see another one. So this is guide number 6. Well, you can see number 5.
Like, it's kind of like build up like the webinars we did, like you said before.
Yeah.
And a little bit more detailed, and you can rewatch it kind of like it's not really an online course, but it's kind of like an online course like we did the webinars. And the sense behind that is that you can go deeper and you can repeat those lessons step by step in the order that we found very useful to know. And you can join that, and you can always rewatch and just expand, like you said, your knowledge and just go a little bit deeper into the learning process.
Yeah. So if you look over here, like guide number 5, what are the differences in corrections, punishment, and aversives? And then we have positive reinforcement, the pyramid, negative reinforcement, the pyramid, and of course the NePoPo pyramid. It just goes on and on, right? And this is the mobile version that you'll see. So you'll click on guides, and then when you click on guides, this is what it'll look like. So guide number 4, reward systems. There's 3 of them, 3 of the lessons. Of course, there's more. So you just click on more or see all. And then, it gets better, right? So we're not just going to leave you there.
So
There's
the
four.
first part, like you said, is the most, is very much about the whole theory of dog training in general, about NePoPo, about all that stuff. It's the theory behind that, so that you understand the theoretical part of dog training, to which is, I think, the most important thing, that you know what you do, why you do it, because then you can adjust your training when something doesn't work out. Then you know why it probably doesn't work out. You can solve the problem. I mean,
Right.
of course, there will be some short practical example videos of each theory lesson, and of course of each part we talk in theory about, just to let you know how it looks. It won't be a step-by-step practical example video, because that is what Mike, or that is something we add extra, and that is something what Mike will cover now.
Yeah, and I'm glad you stopped me before I kept going forward. So, and also in the group, you'll be able to discuss the lessons, right? And we'll do monthly lives. So if you have questions for us, we can kind of dive into that stuff as we go monthly. And then, so from there, right, that's theory, but theory is theory when we want some hands-on too. And so you'll see we got a bunch of groups coming. So it's not just the theory group. There will also be uh, a group specifically for the e-collar, right? How to introduce it, how to condition it, the progression from an activator to negative reinforcement to a must key, everything. And then, of course, the unforced force fetch. That's another big topic. We'll have a group specifically on that, how to step by step, the discussions, the whole 9 yards. Leash ninjas. Really, I see a lot of people kind of skip past. They don't put enough emphasis on leash skills, and so we want you to know how to pair a leash and use a leash like you're a leash ninja, right? You ought to be able to do everything with a leash. So a leash and a clicker. If you can,
And that is, like you said, that is something that a lot of people forget. They think, where it's legal, of course, using an e-collar will solve all your problems, but they forget
yeah,
to build a foundation with a leash. I mean, you could probably do normally a lot of things just by a leash and a collar,
yeah, for sure.
So that builds the foundation, in my opinion, also on every exercise you train. So I think also that this is a very important topic, and there's so much to do, so much to say, and so much to explain and to show just with a leash. And I think that, and that's also the reason why we did that as an extra course, let's say, how to deal with a leash. Because when you want to put everything in one course, one lesson, one chapter, whatever, it just gets overwhelming. And
Yeah,
then you can just decide, okay, now, first of all, I just do the theory because I want to know, I want to expand my knowledge. I
yeah,
want to know why, how we do things. And then you can specifically go into different topics that you're interested in. When you have problems with dumbbell exercise or fetch exercises, you could probably use the unforced force fetch lesson course, and or the leash skills and some other stuff we thought about that could be useful in the future for you guys.
yeah. Strength in a position, teaching, using how to use opposition reflex, all that stuff. And anyway, let's. Should we move on?
Yeah, sorry.
If not, no. If not, I'll keep bumping my gums for nothing. So, all right. So I see a few more people jumped on. We just keep going. Leash ninjas. The next one, the dopamine box. So another hot topic, right? So this will be step by step how to introduce it from ground zero. The dog's never seen it before. The different methods to use to introduce it. How to build duration. How to build toughness in a dog. Again, uh, environmentals. The sky's the limit. Tracking, using the box for tracking, using the box for healing. There's so many things. And we couldn't put it all in one course, and we felt like it would be a little redundant in some of the stuff. So we wanted to kind of break it up so that it could be more practical and more specialized. So,
which does not mean that it's the things we explain or the things we show in that course, in that lesson, is the only way to use it and the only correct way. It's just one way that we found, or a few ways that we found useful to use the dopamine box in that exercise for, or in that example for. But there are if you have enough imagination, there are 1,000 ways to use it.
Yeah.
It's normal that we can't cover everything. It's just how I or how Mike will apply or would apply the positioning the dopamine box for scent work, healing, just building duration in environmental blindness, and so on and so on.
Yeah. Staying in behavior. There's 1,000 things, right? And that's why we'll leave the group. You'll be able to discuss stuff, and we'll be able to do the monthly lives so we can chat and, dive in deeper, kind of custom conversations, if you will. All right. And then Dominic.
Yeah. What's up also in 2024 together with my friend and training partner, last year we did a workshop for protection and obedience, and that was, in my opinion, pretty successful. We had about 30 people joining. I mean, it was 10 dogs and 20 spectators, I think that's called. Huh? So for this year, we arranged some new topics and some new seminars, and it's starting with a NePoPo webinar I do in German. I would love to have you joining me, but I think your German is not the yellow from the egg we say in Germany. So I have to do it. Unfortunately, I have to do it alone. But this will be on the 24th and 25th January. We do the NePoPo webinar, the theory part online in German. Then we also have some protection obedience workshops. We have a theory and practical seminar we do about modern dog training. So it's kind of like just a new way of thinking how to train dogs, different approaches, just because Germany is very old school in training dogs, very specifically fenced in some parts the people train, and we just want to give a little bit just a better look, a better overview of some other stuff you can do in dog training. And we also have like 2 days of a monitoring workshop. The first is for just people that are interested. What is that? What is it about? Maybe my dog is it useful to train my dog in monitoring? And the second day will be basically a intensive workshop where we really go deep into the monitoring stuff. And so the first workshop is nearly booked out with dogs. So we have 8 people already joining, and it's pretty good, I think, for just the beginning. And what's also up for 2024, I will start competing with my young dog. It's now 17 months old in monitoring. In May, we're gonna start with our first trial, and we see how far we can go for that. That's basically what's up with me here in Germany for 2024, and we can see how far we come. And I also have a gold school, but we'll talk about that later. I think you and Derek, right? You have also gold school upcoming, right?
So we got 3 coming up. So we have one here in Little Rock in April, so the end of April, beginning of May, and then we have one in Michigan in June, and then we have another one back here in November. So we have China coming, India coming to November or June. I don't know. I get it crossed up. But yeah, it's already kind of I know you messaged me earlier, and I messaged Derek to see what our numbers were, but it's looking pretty good. So pretty excited about that. And we're pretty much covering everything. So we're going to be slammed. Every day is going to be, I would say, probably a 10-hour day for on a short day, maybe.
I mean, sometimes even 5 days are not enough to teach, because there's so many things you want to show, and at some point of the day, you see in the people's eyes that they're just done. It's just overwhelming, because I think you also do a lot of recap of the theory, just go a little bit diving deeper into just sharing thoughts with the students, showing the practical work, and at some point it's just people are just done. They can't absorb the information anymore. And sometimes 5 days are not even enough. So
Yeah.
the problem is if you would do it for like 10 days or like Martin Laco does it, they do it over 3 months. The problem is when you have people from India or whatever coming, you have to make sure that the visa stays within a certain time of, like, I think it's,
Yeah, that's rough.
so always get to adjust that around your students.
So you have a gold school in March.
Yes, I have a gold school coming up in March. It's yeah, like the same like you have. It's 5 days, theory, practical part, and yeah, people don't have to bring the dogs because at the moment I have 4 dogs that I can work or that I can give people to work. They're all pretended no, not, they are prepared in the system. So different styles, different ages, and different
Stages of training.
yeah, different stages of training, right? Yeah, so
Well,
I'm pretty
see,
excited. I like that. I like that. I like teaching. It's just so fun to see people evolving and getting better and better each day. Just very fun to me.
well, there's different people that jumped on, so I'm going to go back real quick. Guys, we got a new group coming up. So it's going to be the theory version. It's like our webinar, but it's broken down into lessons, right? So you'll be able to scroll through each lesson, and like each topic has a number of lessons, and then you'll go to the next one, a number of lessons. And if you'll go back in this video, I describe it a little bit more. But then we got more groups coming, right, where we're going to break down the disciplines step by step. So e-collar group, unforced force fetch, leash ninjas, where you just use a leash and a clicker, foundation skills, but very in-depth foundation skills. If you learn this stuff, you can train better than most trainers probably with an e-collar, that are not NePoPo, of course. I don't want to say that, but the dopamine box, all these things will be lesson by lesson, step by step broken down. And then just some
Kind of like
stuff.
an online course. It's kind of like an online course
Right.
where you can just expand your knowledge. You can rewatch the videos. You can train simultaneously while watching the
Yeah.
videos, and just expand your knowledge and just we just want to help you getting a better trainer than you are. I mean, that doesn't mean that you're a bad trainer, but there's always room to improve. I mean, when I go to something else, I mean, with, for example, we have some training weekends planned with Martin Laco from Czech Republic, also an NePoPo student that we meet once a month for training together with his team and my team. And it's just every day or every time you meet somebody, you learn something new, and you can always learn from each other.
Sure.
That's just the reason why we said a webinar is a good thing to do, but it would be maybe much more worth to the people if they have like a course they can follow step by step or guide by guide and just watch and rewatch and do
Yeah.
and ask questions in the monthly lives we have.
Not
And I
feel
think
pressure
that's a
to
good
finish
way
it real fast,
to
because a lot of people are on different time zones and stuff too. I mean, there's people that are up at, Cashy messaged earlier and said he was setting his alarm so that he could be here. And I don't know probably like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning where he's at right now.
Yeah, my gold student, the new gold student, Mark, I think it's pretty late where he's at in India, but he's still awake and just listening. So thank you for that.
So this will give them the opportunity to go back on demand, right? And just kind of go through it as you want. And then, like we said, there's a step by step. These would be the same way on demand. You don't have to finish it in one night. It's lifetime access. So,
Yeah, so there's a question in the comments. Maybe you can highlight that and we can answer that. Yeah.
yeah. So this is Josh Gum. He man, his dog's pretty awesome. Just got to throw that out there. But so the question is, will y'all be releasing the videos like once a week or all at once? Nope, be all at once. So you'll have everything at your fingertips. So Josh's dog, man, you should see this guy's backyard. He's got, I don't know, like trapeze bridges everywhere, and his dog is like an acrobat. His dog skateboards. It's a little Mal, and feisty though. It'll get you, but man, it'll climb these poles and walk all these bridges. It's like it's a circus really, but just for his dog. It's pretty cool. He loves his dog, but he'll have to send us some videos and stuff to show.
So basically, how we plan that is that you like I said before, it's a paid group where you can pay money to get in, and we will release the videos. All the videos are the video guides, and all the episodes are there to watch in an order that we found useful. And you can go through each lesson. You look the theory, then you look the practical videos, and maybe next day, if you have 2 more hours time, you can watch more and more and more. Just up to you. So you can rewatch it. You have a lifetime access. That's the next question, I think. You have a lifetime access to that. And yeah, if you're interested, just send me a message or send Mike a message, and we're gonna announce it will go live within the next 2 weeks, and at the end of the week we will announce the prices. And yeah, if you're interested, just shoot me a message, shoot Mike a message, and yeah, we're happy to help you.
Yeah. So like you said, Friday, I guess Friday we'll announce the price, and then we'll just kind of go from there. And yeah, as you can see right now, there's 2 members. So who's going to be number 3? Who's going to be number 100? That's what I want to know. I'll be happy for 100, but at the same time, whoever's 100, that means you waited for 99 other people to jump in ahead of you. 98. Shame on you.
Yeah, so I think that's basically what's up for 2024. We have a lot of seminars, we have a lot of workshops, webinars. We also maybe do a webinar in the future in English again, because I got some requests for doing it in English again. So that's maybe something we're gonna plan, but now at the moment we try to focus on that small courses, for example. I mean, it's kind of like a course, but on those lessons where you can just expand your knowledge. Doing the gold schools, of course. I think the next new silver school will be in March, right?
March, yeah. So coming up pretty quick, really. I mean,
Yeah,
2 months. Yeah.
And this is also a good preparation for silver school, for example.
Yeah.
Or if you plan on attending a gold school, that's something that could be very helpful in the preparation of the silver or the gold school. So if you need more information, just hit us up.
Yeah. So we have a gold school right after the silver. So if you're looking for one,
is it in Arkansas or where is it?
Arkansas. Yep. So it'll be right here, peeps.
Oh, it's in your facility.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. And yeah, of course, the courses will be in English, Mark. Yeah,
Yep.
they will be in English, because nobody will speak German. Nobody gives a fuck about German language, honestly. So yeah, did we miss something? I don't know. I don't think so. We have the schools coming up. March, new silver school, Springfield. In August, we have the new silver school again in Holland or Netherlands. So pretty much coming up.
So would these videos benefit people training just private or service training like Rusty? This is one of my clients, one of my better clients too. So yeah, I mean, no, I mean, yeah. So the theory is just basic dog training theory, right? Positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, the timing of each, when it's appropriate to use the different systems. So it should be the central. It's like just a central curriculum, right, for really any dog training. So yeah.
Also classical operant conditioning.
All that's covered in depth.
It's all in the direct, indirect reward. And I think if you don't know all that stuff, you're not a whole trainer. I think if you don't know all that stuff, something's missing in your.
Absolutely.
You know, and it will benefit everybody. I mean, that the theory, specifically the theory part, is made for everybody, because it's not too specific. It's the whole concept of dog training is in there. And for example, if you train pet or service dogs, and we're gonna make a course about bite work, of course that would not be beneficial for you. But the dopamine box, the unforced forced fetch, for example, I could imagine is also something useful for service dogs. If you train a service dog that carries your bag or whatever, beneficial.
Yep. And, it's all about problem solving the theory, right? Knowing the theory helps you to understand where the holes are at in your training. It helps you to diagnose why a dog's doing what it does, right? So that's the question. Why does a dog do what it does? And if you don't understand how a dog finds its advantage, or how to recognize when a dog is finding its advantage in a behavior, and how to manipulate that so that the dog's finding its advantage in the same thing, in the same place you find your advantage, it teaches you how to kind of mold those scenarios to make it work.
So I think there's something for everybody to learn.
Yeah.
Even though you maybe heard that before, maybe it's just something that we explain a little bit different. So there's also always something you can learn from everybody. Every podcast you watch, you learn something, you hear something new, and you think, oh, maybe that's good, maybe that's bad, and just take the best of what you can take from that, just to make a better trainer.
All right. Any questions, people? There's got to be some questions.
Yeah, sorry.
Oops. Questions.
Yeah. So I think there's no question till now that we did not answer. Of course, we'll be in English. Yeah, correct. August session. So whoever subscribed for August, NePoPo, New Silver School in Apeldoorn, we'll see you there. But I have no idea who you are.
Are you going?
Yeah, I will go to
all
the
right.
Netherlands. Not that far,
Whatever that was. There's your gold school, right?
Then it's in March, and but yeah, I mean, we can always adjust the gold school around your needs, so
yeah,
it's a big deal. So pretty easy. Just, I think Mark has a very interesting question. Yeah, does this course allow the students to upload work with his own dog for your review purposes? So yeah, of course, that's the reason also why we have like the comment section under each lesson, where you can post your videos. And the theory behind that is that we can discuss it in the group, and specifically in the live Q&As, we can watch the video together, and we can analyze it in a very, very detailed way together in the live Q&A. So that's also the reason why we do those Q&As for questions that occur during all the lessons or the guides, to answer that for everybody. And of course, also we can take a deeper look at the videos that you post. So yes.
Yeah. And so we'll have rules too, right? So everything will be constructive. So there won't be any room for people. And I know this is not you, Mark, but it just brought this to mind. So I'll go ahead and throw it out there. But it'll be a place for everybody to help everybody grow, right? So I like putting these up there because I know different people are jumping on. So I'm just going to throw it back up there again. So like if you post an e-collar, like if you're trying to charge the e-collar or condition an e-collar, right, and you're having issues, or you just want to kind of show progress for critique, that stays within the group. So we can help each other by saying, try this, try that, do this a little more, do that a little bit less. And so it's iron sharpens iron, right? All dog trainers. And we're trying to have a place where we can come and we know that everybody's talking the same language as far as the training language. And we all have a kind of a main central curriculum. Of course, we can go off of it a little bit, nothing's really set in stone, but it just gives us an opportunity to get better and better and better. And that's the whole idea. So.
And the good thing is you can always go back and rewatch the stuff. If you think, what's that about again? So we just go there and rewatch the whole theory part about that.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you stay in the same learning process. I think that's it basically, right?
Yeah, I think so. I've got 14 dogs to go do, so man.
So
It's
if
right.
anybody has any questions, anybody needs more information about what's coming up, about the seminars, the workshops, about the gold schools, or about the online courses that will come up, just hit us up, shoot me a message, shoot Mike a message, and we're happy to help you out.
Yeah, if you
Just
can't
to,
get a hold of me, message Derek Krause too for our gold schools. So, and he can give you details. And we have a whole list of details of everything that we're covering in the gold schools. So, if you're interested and you want to know what that is, then just message me and we'll send it right straight to you.
yeah.
So, all right.
All right. Quick and dirty, huh?
Yep. And I
All right,
guess
guys.
that is it. We will see y'all. We'll announce that Friday, and we also have a list of podcasts, pretty awesome guests coming up soon. And I just saw Dwayne Ferris jump up here, so he'll be one. And man, he does some awesome stuff, and it's pretty interesting. If you think you know scent work, or if you think you know the power of a dog's nose, wait till Dwayne comes on and talks about what his dog accomplishes. It blew my mind, and I've heard and seen some crazy things that dogs sniff out. So, all right, guys, we'll see y'all
Thank
next
you.
time.
And see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your day.